the shift box so I can manually shift the car. So it'll be on, off, up, down. I think I'm gonna mount it like right here. That way it's not out of the way. I'm gonna put maybe gauges over here or something at a later date. So what I'm thinking is right there, so that way, you know, when it comes time to on, off, and then up is up, and then down is down. That way it makes sense, you know, while I'm not trying to pay attention to this necessarily. It just feels natural that obviously the top one is up and the bottom one is down. So what I'll do is there's this top hole and the bottom hole. I'll drill that in here so it'll come out this side, and then for the wires I'll just drill a hole back here, and then I'll route them down, and then this whole thing picks up now. So what I'll do is when it comes down, I'll run it this entire length back here and then underneath the console. And then I don't know how much I'm going to film underneath the console or the steering wheel, because it's kind of tight. It's kind of a pain in the butt. There's like 2 other really good videos out for that, so if you really want to be specific and I don't film it, then make sure you check out their videos. It's just Caprice. Shift box is how I found it. But basically it's a ground, power, and then a blue one for the signal. Box is mounted. Down here you can see I ran the wires through the hole, down around the console, all the way through there. I come around the shifter. Underneath the radio, I zip tied it there. What I'll do is I'm gonna run it back up here under this HVAC shit, and then it's gonna come up here and plug into, there's a green one right above my finger here. All that stuff will get plugged into there. But I'm gonna try and run the wire as deep as I can underneath the dashboard. That way you can't see it all. And just like that, we're done. So box is installed. Doesn't move, secure. With my cup holders in, you can't see the screws, so they won't stick me. I gotta find something more permanent for this. This is just a pad. This is how I got the car. There was a laptop mount in here. I had to drill this out. So there's a bunch of metal shavings here, bunch of metal shavings under here I gotta clean up. But essentially what I did was ran the wires through, straight down. They follow this path like this. They go underneath here. And then I'll flip this light around here in a sec so you can see. But they basically go down here and then up into the port. But like I said, I'll show you here in a second. So they run underneath the console, zip tie there, run it back in there. You can see it come up, and then it just plugs in. I just made a bunch of loops right up here for the access wire. I'm not hacking all that stuff up, but you can see where it plugs in. The details on where all the wires go, like I said, they're on a bunch of other videos, so I'm not gonna go over that stuff. It was a monster pain to work underneath the dashboard. But box is in, so hopefully here in a second for you, tomorrow for me, because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I can go test it, make sure it's hooked up. As you just saw, car shifts. The 11s have a weird torque management thing going on you can't necessarily turn off. So with the box, I held it in 2nd gear. It'll lead as long as I wanted to now. Before it used to cut out when it tried to go to 3rd. I think it just defuels the entire car and then it makes no power. So got that fixed, and that'll be nice too, because then we can also pick a gear for the 1st of October. We have a dyno day with a buddy of mine who has a charger. So install was pretty easy. A little user error on my side. The signal wire wasn't plugged in all the way, so it took me an extra day to figure that out. But it's in, it's easy. I just found it on a Caprice forum. I talked to the dude who makes it. It was like 45 bucks, I think. At the end of this video here in a second, I included just a short clip of me welding. My brother has an Eclipse. He bought a welder so he can start restoring it. And we welded the exhaust, so no more exhaust clamps. No more rattle. I figured out what the rattle was in the exhaust. That's taken care of. So not the greatest weld in the world, but it was like 5 minutes into me holding a welder for the very first time. I thought it came out okay. So for more content, make sure you like and subscribe.